what would you call it? Not a date, I guess. We were supposed to go on a date with me and this guy, and he canceled because it was Dirk's like jersey thing, and he's a big Mavs fan, so like whatever, go do that, that's fine. But then I was like kind of being pouty, and he was like, oh, let's reschedule, and I'm like, no, I'm gone, I'm out of town. And I was like sitting home on my couch. So then like the following week, we were out having drinks, like watching a football game. It was like a Thursday, and I was like, I'm gonna invite him out. Actually, I think he had texted me.
He reached out to you.
Yeah, he texted me saying like, oh, I'm at Felix, like, are you working tonight? And I was like, it's Thursday, like, Canada Room's closed. I was like, but we're down the street, like, if you want to come meet us. So he did, and he was cool. He's a nice guy. He's got a lot of kids.
A lot.
How many?
6.
Oh, I heard this story.
6. Yeah, which fine.
How
whatever.
age? What ages?
Like old and like little. So like I think the 3 are like older, like above 18, and then like 3 are younger.
Isn't one like 5?
No, I don't think that.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, but nothing against that. Kids are fine, but that's a lot. But we never.
That's a lot.
I don't recommend.
No, I do
you don't
not
recommend
recommend.
that.
It's hard. Have you done it before?
Not with little kids. No.
I've done it twice.
Yeah.
It's just
And
you have to
she's
be.
single.
Oh yeah, we know one of them.
We do know
I
one
know
of
you
them.
do.
Yes.
It's
do.
It's never the kid. Like I
It's never
always
the
loved
kid.
It's the other side.
It's the mother.
It's that, and it's the one you know too. It's delegating attention. Like you feel like you're the bottom of the barrel,
Absolutely.
and it becomes very.
So my athletic ex-boyfriend, the athlete, he had a bunch of kids too, and he had a bunch of baby mamas. So that was always not fun. 4 of them were civil. One of them was a raging "see you next Tuesday," and
That's
that was
when it
like,
gets
and she
hard.
would just always make problems, and like we would get the kids, and we would take them dirt bike riding, or we go horseback riding, or whatever, and they were so sweet. But then I had to deal with
that.
and
It gets old.
and it's hard.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Everyone's like, oh, my ex-wife has moved on, or my baby mama's remarried. It's fine. It's never fine. When they see somebody who looks like us get out of the car,
It's never fun.
it's never fine.
It's always a drama.
It's always something. And
Oh,
it's
she's
just
hotter than me? Hell no.
that. And it's like, oh, it's just brutal.
Yeah.
And it's the money. They always want more money.
Oh,
and then
yeah, well, then they see they're taking you on vacations
Yeah.
and doing this and nice dinners and, well, where's this and that? Well,
you're such a bad dad.
Yeah.
like, what are you doing? Which, like, nobody deserves that, right? Like, everybody deserves to have fun, but
For
you know,
sure.
also if they're taking care of their responsibilities, have as much fun as you like.
They
So,
just like to poke the drama.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah, like they're, like, ugh, no. Tapping into that. I need to get involved in this somehow.
But it's
Which-
hard for us in our, because, we're all in our 30s.
Yeah,
to
so
find
my
a
age
guy
bracket is
without kids in their 30s is like, it's hard.
that's hard.
it's very hard.
Yeah.
6 is a lot. Though.
They're out there, though.
But,
They're
yeah.
out there.
He's a nice guy, but I mean,
He
I've
is
seen
such
him
a
a
nice
couple
guy.
times. He comes into Candle Room sometimes, but we
We'll
never
see.
know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Other
feel like
than that, like I got a guy on my I'm on Hinge or whatever, and this guy, like, he's a doctor, and he's like, he doesn't look terrible, but like I don't know if you can like if you've been on a dating app, but like now you can like do voice prompts. Okay, so like you can like answer the question with your voice so they can hear like how you sound.
Make sure
and
you're
Oh my
real.
God, I
Make sure
sound
your-
so
your
nasally. I
voice.
feel I sound so nasally.
No, you
I
have a
sound
good
nasally.
voice.
Sounds great.
And this guy was like, he got on and he just starts like singing, and I'm like, oh my God. And then he goes down and it's like a video of him, and then it's like, it's Adele, and he's like, hello.
No.
I swear to God. And I sent it to my girlfriends, the twins, and I go, in case you're ever wondering what it's like being single, like this is that. And they're like, he doesn't look so bad. I'm like, click the video, listen to the sound. They're like, oh my God. Like the things you see on there is pretty crazy. It's like,
That is funny.
I've never been on a dating app. That's one
Neither
thing
me neither.
No, I'm scared of
I've
them.
only been on like maybe 2 dates ever off a dating app.
really.
Yeah.
There's not much going on in there.
Well, I have a girlfriend who goes literally constantly. She
Really?
meets people nonstop. But
Are they weirdos though? Like,
I mean, she likes a lot of them.
okay, I actually have a good one for you guys. Remember
But
the
like
sex
I like
trafficker?
tall, so Like
Same.
anything, if I see a 5, I'm immediately out.
Yeah, same.
6'1".
I mean, that's still like
6'1"
really
or
low.
taller.
But like, I mean,
A 5.
Then I'm
I
like,
see a
If I
5.
see a 5,
5.
Maybe
6'1",
that's why I had
6'2",
no
6'3".
game. I don't know.
You see a 5? Sorry, Cruz. I love you. I'm just tall. I'm 5'9". So like for me, 5 is like bye-bye.
Well, and you wear heels. I'm
Yeah.
the same way.
I think
I'm
6'2".
I have dated short, so there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you know,
dated short.
is that bad?
I think
Nah,
6'2",
I
6'3" is a good.
No one under like 5'8".
He's
Yeah.
just right there.
I know, sorry, Cruz.
I know. I love you, Cruz.
I take no
love
offense.
you. I love
take
you.
no
I
offense.
don't doubt Cruz's abilities in any way. So, like,
So if you're listening, Olivia wants 6'3" and above, and children over 8,
well, preferably
no-
no children.
but no more than 2
I mean,
ish.
I don't know. I'll just take anything like with a job. Nice.
Oh, you're asking too much.
Yeah, I know.
Too much already.
Like
Reel it in.
easy to travel with, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Very simple thing.
What were we just talking about?
A job.
Guys our age with roommates.
No.
Let's talk about
Oh.
No.
Or getting
No.
invited back to a 40-year-old man's studio. Like there's like
No.
Olivia's like
never.
there's
If you
no
don't have
door.
a door,
Wait, what?
like a, you know, a
Studio, like a
studio,
Oh.
studio has
It's
no
all
door. Like
one.
Oh no,
I-
no.
you live alone, that's fine, but like you need a door. You're
Yeah.
not 21. You're
Yeah.
not in a
Especially if
dorm.
it's like a
I went into
little
a guy's house one time,
studio.
and he had a shower, and the shower curtain was not like, you
Was
know,
clear.
the it was like, you know, the thing that stops the water, and then you put a shower curtain. He just left it clear. I'm like, this man is a serial killer, and I literally like took a picture of it, and I was like, I must go. I'm like, he's gonna slip me up, wrap me up, in this,
wrap you up.
and throw me over
You're
his
done.
balcony.
Oh
So I
my
was like, I
God.
must leave. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's things when you're over. 25, you should have a shower
Yeah.
curtain and a door.
And no room.
And then over 30,
I mean,
like
Shower
20.
rug.
yeah,
I would
there
say
should be a
like
bed frame.
28. You could have a roommate, but that's it.
Oh,
and
no,
a
you laugh.
headboard.
a headboard.
A headboard, please.
I've been in
No plastic side bed things. What do you call
like
it?
the side table.
At
Side
least-
tables.
you know,
No
a lot
plastic
of people
side
don't
tables.
have.
Yeah,
those.
like
Maybe
get-
having one is a bonus. I'll take plastic at
I've
this
been
point.
into guys' rooms where like it's just the mattress on the floor.
We went to her
there's-
current boyfriend's old apartment when they first started dating, and he was like kind of passed out on the couch. And I'm like, all right, quick,
Investigate.
go through everything. We opened all the doors. I'm
We
checking
did.
all the rooms. I'm like, is this his room or his roommate's room? Who has the no bed frame? I'm like, Danielle, I don't know about this one. Like,
It was. I was like, check the refrigerator. Check the refrigerator. We
Go
opened
really
it.
quick.
There wasn't even condiments in there. Like there was.
yeah, it was
what was
pretty
it?
bare. Like
It was like beer.
We
And
did go to a friend's apartment. Well, I say friend lightly, and I swear I love. I mean, no offense to this guy if you listen to this, because he probably will. We got invited to his apartment, and he was so proud, telling us he's been cleaning all day, all day long.
No.
And he's like, "Please, I really want to show you. I have the best view." And it's of the Strip. Well, I've been to Vegas probably 300 times in my life, not a single exaggeration. And I've been on the helicopter over the Strip. I've been in every single penthouse you can imagine. I've been to Mandalay Bay where they have that thing where you can look out. I'm like in my head like there's no way. But he was kind of guilt tripping us, so we went over there.
Here we go.
It was his birthday, and he was like alone on his birthday. It was the day we got stuck in Vegas, so we're like, "Oh, we're watching football. Like, if you want to come," because he'd been inviting us out all weekend. He's so nice. He means so well. So he came, and we went to his apartment after we promised ourselves we wouldn't do it, and we did. And he cleaned all day, all day, and I swear to God, it was like
It-
I have no words for what we saw.
What did you see?
Like,
well,
was
he opened the door and he doesn't run his air conditioning during the day.
Yeah,
Oh
and
my
so like
God.
it's
hot and
before you
stink.
walk inside. And then I go, "Did you throw up?" And he goes, "No, my garbage disposal has been backed up
The
for like 3
sink
days."
was
I'm
like full of things
because
in
the
sink.
dishwasher had kicked everything back up.
Yes.
So imagine that in Vegas heat.
So like I for a split second, like, okay, we know this guy, but we don't really know him, right? But like we know him enough to like go to his apartment.
Well, there's two of us and one
yeah,
of him. So
and
worst
I'm
comes to
like,
worst.
but we're wearing, we're wearing our watches, we're wearing, nice tennis shoes, we're wearing nice bags, and I look at her and I'm like,
Clinch.
we're getting robbed. We are about to get robbed. This guy cleaned all day, and his apartment looks like this. This is a
And
trap.
I was like,
This is a trap.
I was like, I'm just gonna go to the bathroom really quick, and then we'll bounce. And so I'm like, hey,
Wow, we're
there's
getting
no
robbed.
toilet paper. And he goes, oh yeah, I don't have any. I'm like, do you have like napkins? He's like, no. I'm like, paper towels? He's like, no. He's like, but my friend is here. I'm gonna go grab him. So of course, the minute the door closed,
We start opening
we
everything.
start opening everything. We gotta see. I opened the refrigerator. There was
A lid to the pot. Just the lid.
no pot,
What?
A jar of pickles with just pickle juice.
a fork.
A Costco-sized bag of grated cheese. And in the freezer was a bunch of Eggo waffles. On the counter was like old chicken everywhere. The
What?
throw-up sink.
Yeah,
I
He
mean,
just cleaned.
the ashtray.
he's been
all
cleaning all
day.
day.
All
The
day.
All
ashtray.
day.
Don't
So
forget the
I-
ashtray
The ashtray was
on the
a
fold-out table.
what TV tray in front of his couch with just ashtray overflowing with ashes. I mean, his bedroom was clean at
Yeah,
least. That
and
was
his
the
closet
cleanest
was
part.
clean.
Yeah, the closet was the cleanest part because that was the last part of the house. That was the furthest thing from the door. So you
Maybe
had to
that's
walk.
what he was doing. The closet.
Maybe he was organizing a closet all day.
I don't know. There
Olivia.
wasn't that much in there. But I will just say the things that I saw in that bathroom, I can never unsee.
So now his name is actually a metaphor for like a whole thing, and we'll tell you guys
Sorry,
later.
I love you.
I know he's so great, but he's a dude. Like he's a
but
dude.
like that he
He's
needs to
gotta
know. Like
I-
no, because he brought a stripper back to his apartment. He left us at a local bar with his friend,
Yeah.
took a stripper back to his dirty apartment, and had a little birthday session. I don't really know, but he ended up coming back. It was a very weird night.
It was a strange.
We were off the strip and we saw weird things.
Wow.
So,
Look at
all
Mom.
right.
She's like, oh God.
Ooh, I just can't imagine.
I
a
mean,
dirty
and-
apartment.
Oh,
I can't handle it. And the smell.
and
I
he's
can't
gotta be
stand it.
40.
My favorite part was like, okay, you see it like your hand is sweaty. You could see it like on wood like this. Over the toilet there was a cabinet,
It was
like where you
black.
put like your your towels, your toilet paper, and you could see where he was standing and holding himself up every single day like this,
to pee.
with one hand on the cabinet and
pee.
one hand peeing, and it was just sweat marks on hand. It looks like
Why does he have to hold on to pee?
Because he's probably
Right,
drunk.
drunk.
Yeah.
Oh,
stabilized.
It's like what? My mom.
These are the things you have. These are like
Well, because I thought the
dating
same thing,
stuff.
and then I was like, "Oh my god, he needs it to stand
to brace himself.
himself." You
Balance.
guys, I'm so
It's
sorry. He's
so
gonna hate
scary.
us. I'm so sorry.
We're not
Uh,
saying his name, so it's
but-
okay.
He will know.
I'm gonna go back when I was single. I got this really random text message from, I don't know. It just said, "What was the guy's name? Do you remember?"
Oh, it was just like Kevin. No,
It
not
was
Kevin,
it
but
was
just like Josh or something.
Brian
Yeah,
or something really
normal.
basic, like a basic American. I know that's a Greg. I don't know what it was. Anyways, so it's like, hey, it's Steve, and I'm like, I responded because I'm a cocktail waitress, so I
Yeah.
give my number out to a lot of tables, and sometimes at the end of the night I don't save the numbers, so I just kind of have to like go back and read. Anyways, I'm like, who? And he's like, I met you one time at, I can't remember what he said.
Somewhere like we would go.
Somewhere we would go, and I was like, I don't know. Then he starts sending me photos,
And
right?
he's good looking.
He's
a
good.
firefighter.
Once again, firefighter, tattoos, right up my alley. Dark.
ripped.
I mean, it. So I'm like, I'm showing Olivia. I'm like, I don't even recognize this person. So he sends me some more, and then he's like, send me a picture of you. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. So I just sent him a basic one off my Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Just something
Yeah.
super basic. And he's like, yeah. He's like, I met you at so and so. He's like, I'd love to take you on a date. It was just everything about it was just
It was
off.
odd. It was odd because, like, he was,
And
he
then
was
we're like-
very vague. Like, I met you here, but not when.
yeah.
Like,
I couldn't name
send
any.
me
I
a
was like, was I with my
picture.
friend?
Yeah,
It was just
it's just very weird.
so then I'm like Googling or not Googling, I'm on Instagram and Facebook. I'm like looking at the name that he gave me. Nothing's coming up. It's so strange. So I'm like, you know what? This just doesn't feel right. So I post it on Facebook, I think. Right?
I think so because you're not very avid on Instagram.
Yeah. I posted it. I'm like, hey, does anybody know this person? And holy shit. Like
15 girls
all
responded.
15 like really pretty girls start responding. They're like, he messaged me and like telling me like everyone was telling their stories.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, yeah, this guy said that I left my number on his fire truck. And he was responding, and she was like, I've never done that. And then another girl was like, yeah, he was trying to get me to meet him. And I was like, can I bring my friend and meet somewhere public? And he was trying to get him like privately. Well, then a cop came onto the feed and starts commenting, and he was like, that is a known sex trafficker. Like we've his number has appeared so many times on our like radar, and we just have never caught him. Do not meet him. Do not go anywhere. Like it was.
Oh,
Yeah, he like will try to get you alone,
Yeah.
and you know,
I
oh,
was like,
and
"Can I
get
bring
a
my
picture of what
friend?"
you look like, you know, because most of the time I assume they just have like a bunch of random numbers and they just text away, or you know, like I'm sure
The
you can go
robot?
on Facebook or something, you know. Some people have their number on there. I don't know. I'm sure, but I know people can pay and get a whole thing of numbers. So I'm sure they just, you know, send out a mass text and see who bites. And you know, the pictures are good looking and he's young.
Very
and,
like I mean, it was like
Yeah.
a firefighter if you feel safe.
Wow,
and then
you
he's like
guys.
a
Yeah.
photo. It
That's
was
good for people to know.
Everybody
Probably
pay
not even
attention.
But
him.
like
to
not
that.
no,
everybody.
it's definitely
is
not him. But
no,
you know, you think you're meeting a firefighter. Like, what could the harm be? You know, those are supposed to be people
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
who
protecting.
protect you.
And that was the red flag. Is I was like, I have a friend, Olivia. Do you have another firefighter friend? We'll go grab drinks. And he was like, no, me and you alone. Sending me
Oh,
like an
weird.
address.
yeah, like
It
very
was
aggressive,
really-
like too aggressive.
So yeah, that was like my last, and that was I think the last time I like accepted some weird date.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm old. Like, what do you do? I'm too old to sex traffic. I'm 35 years
They
You
will
old.
think
sex-
that
they don't
though? You
care.
think that
Everyone.
if
No,
you
no,
watch,
no.
if
Really?
you guys watched
No,
Joe
no, no.
Millionaire, the new
No,
season,
not
so
yet.
one of the girls on it, she was sex trafficked, and she's in her mid 30s now.
That's so crazy.
And but it's sex trafficking is like such a like a wide variety. Like I listened to a podcast she did with Reality Steve, and she kind of explained what it was, and it was kind of just like her sex trafficking was, you know, she went to this modeling gig and it ended up being a porn shoot, but they get you and they make you sign all these things really quickly, and then you know they get you to do things you don't want to do, and then they have it on video, and
And
then
they
they
blackmail.
say, you know, if you don't continue doing this, we'll show it to your friends and your family and things like that. And she got out of it and she became a lawyer to like kind of help do like people that
That
go through
almost
that.
sounds like that girl we saw at that.
And she was really pretty.
Yeah.
And she was in her 30s.
Yeah.
I just didn't. I mean, like, you
Yeah.
know, at 30, we're kind of set in our ways. We kind of know better, right? So it's like a little bit harder.
I
But
don't think
they-
it
they-
matters.
Yeah, that's
I know of
crazy.
someone in Colorado, in Denver, actually.
Oh
They
God.
tried to get this woman from the grocery store parking lot, and she is like in her late 50s.
Yeah.
I mean,
they don't
there's
care.
People
no
say that
age.
happens all the time, like at
Yeah.
Targets and
Yep.
grocery stores and
I
Walmart.
know, and they say
very
it's never
scary.
going to happen to me, and then it's like it literally. Not that it happened to me,
They
but it
always
was like
say,
it was a
That's really
bait.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like they say, like if you're in a parking lot by yourself and there's something on your window, never go look
Never.
at it to the you know,
Yeah.
grab it off the window, just drive away
Mhm.
because you know they're just waiting for you to
Yep.
That's
you
so
get in the
crazy.
car, you turn it on, and you're like, oh, something's in the window. So
Yeah.
then you get out, you
Out,
leave the
yeah.
car on, you have the
Yep.
door open,
Yep.
and
how
you know
they
they
get you.
just come
Yeah.
and get
And then
you.
let's just talk about that. Whoever that poor guy is, that's a
Yeah. I
whoever's picture they're
know,
using is a
right?
real
like that's a real
person.
person
Oh my
somewhere.
God.
So if
But
anybody ever saw him out, like
That's scary.
yeah,
know?
that's
Well, now there's
scary.
the air tag.
Yes,
That
that's
thing.
What's the
that's
air
my
tag?
worst nightmare.
So freaking
They're
scary.
putting air tags on girls' cars
Yeah.
and following.
Mhm.
oh my God, real quick. So at Candler where we work, the place next door to it, it's called, what is that place called? You go there, Cruz.
Oh,
It's upstairs.
Enrico
Enrico.
Mas.
Yes, that place. Did you hear about the hostess?
No.
Okay.
What?
What?
Oh
So
yes,
she
I
was-
forgot.
So she comes in. I don't know her name. I mean, I wouldn't say it if I did, but I truly don't know it. But
She
she's
came
a
into Candle Room.
She's a friend of a friend of mine, and he sent me a text message on. It was a Friday, at like 1:50. He goes, "Hey, I'm with the hostess from Enrique Thomas. Can I come in and just take a quick shot? I know y'all are closing. Just a quick fireball, me, her, and you." I'm like, "Cool." So he comes in. His
Oh,
name's Bob. He's the
Bob.
best. So it's Bob, this girl, and
His
me.
real name's Bob.
His name's Bob. I don't
And
know
he
her name.
raises cows.
Yeah, he shows
Oh
his
my
cows.
gosh.
He's great. So we take a quick shot of Fireball and basically Fireball, cheers. I met her. I said hi. I said, hey, next week we'll come see you. We'll take a quick shot
Yeah.
before our shift, right? That's kind of what we do. She's like, yeah, I would love that. I would love that. Well, then the next week rolls around and Bob sends me a text message. And he's like, hey, remember that girl I brought in to Canada? I was like, the dark hair girl. He goes, yeah. I'm like, the hostess. He's like, yeah. I'm like, oh, yeah, sweet girl, 22 or 23.
she's young.
Young. She was murdered.
What?
And I was like, wait, what?
Oh,
When
I
is
think I
this?
did
Yeah.
hear about this.
So she had a
How long ago?
stalker.
Stalker.
Yes.
Enrique. This
How
was
long
like
ago?
a
Couple
month
months
ago.
ago.
Yeah.
So she had a stalker from Enrique, and he air tagged or tracked
Like,
her
tracked
car
and she was tracking her for like
for
months.
months. And she had called the police. She had done the right
Yep.
things,
No.
and he showed up in the parking lot. And when
Mhm.
she was getting out of the car, he killed her.
I did hear about that.
Mhm.
It's
Well,
crazy.
why didn't the
And that's
police
like
do
around
anything?
that's
I think they
next
did. They
door.
restrained him. I mean, they did and he like disappeared, right? He was tracking her for months. And then out of nowhere, when she let her guard down, right? That's when they come.
Mhm.
She was young.
That is
God.
so scary.
That's like my worst nightmare.
Okay, everyone, please
Yes.
be careful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Pay attention to all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like hyper
Yeah.
aware. Well, thank you.
Ah,
We got plenty of stuff.
Like, that's great. We
Thank
went
you
from
for
one to,
listening.
like,
Yes,
Thank
it's
you.
fine. There's a lot of
No,
things.
it's a
It keeps you
spectrum.
aware.
Yes. Thank you for listening, everyone.
Love you
Thank
guys.
you.
Oh my God.
Bye.